Anyways, hey guys, welcome to the Catchin Up Podcast. This is a very interesting episode as we are shooting at nighttime due to some scheduling conflicts this week. And
All Tyler, not me. I'm just kidding.
and we're also going to be doing a little drinking episode tonight, which will be a first for us. So it'll be interesting to see. We're not going too crazy, but we're going to take a shot to start off, and then we're going to mix up. We'll do it all on camera, but just so you know what you're getting yourself into before you, listen to this episode. Just so you know, it's a prerequisite.
It's a prerequisite. Don't try this at home, and if you're gonna try it at home, make sure it's at home.
Be at home, yeah.
Else.
Well, that was the thing. So we had talked about doing a drinking episode for a while, just to switch it up and just see where it goes. And we are always like, oh well, it has to be at night, obviously, because usually we shoot during the day. So that would kind of I don't like drinking during the day anyways. It just makes me tired, and then you can't go anywhere. So I'm like, let's do it when we can, just chill afterwards. And
when I'm finna hit the sheets after.
So we're starting off with. Whoa! Did you just disappear? And I just lost the FaceTime connection. So I guess it's just me taking the shot tonight. And we got Gabe back on the Sesh Live HQ.
Yeah, the Sesh Live HQ. Oh my gosh, I always say the Sesh Live HQ. Y'all heard that, right? No, I went to go decline, but I hit accept the call on accident. I'm sorry, bro. Yo. All right, so just as a little recap, we're about a minute into the Catchin Up Podcast, and he just said the Sesh HQ. So
man, it's.
I think we got a spy.
Bro. Oh, I
think we got a spy.
I'm the secret affiliate. Listen, we're not gonna talk about that.
Oh.
But anyways, so we're starting off this drinking episode with a toast to, the new season, the Catchin Up Podcast, and new beginnings with a shot of Casamigos tequila.
Blanco.
Bro, these things are big, bro. I think this is like 2 shots. I ain't even gonna cap.
I've always wanted to measure these because now that I've been working at a bar, I realize everyone kind of has their own different measurement for a shot.
Bro, I don't even... Yeah, go ahead.
Like, some people are like, a shot is 1.5 ounces.
Yeah.
Some people think a shot is 2 ounces. And then sometimes you go to a place and you'll order a shot of a top shelf thing, but because it's top shelf, you get served like 1 ounce and 0.25. You know what I mean? And it's like there are little differences. Let's be honest here. Like, you're not gonna notice a 1/4 of an ounce missing or a 1/4 of an ounce additional. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I feel like it should be like a universal. Everyone agrees, and it's also like I'm not like over here like talking bad about my bar. I'm talking about like I've spoken to multiple bartenders at different bars and other places like that, and like everyone always kind of has like a different meaning of what a shot is versus what a double is. Because some places, if you ask for a double of a top shelf, it's like 2 whole shots. So like technically, like I consider a shot 1.5 ounces.
Oh, okay.
Right? So. And all those mixologists and bartenders and bar chefs, if you want to roast me, go ahead and please explain the math to me because I would love for it to make sense. But me personally, I think 1.5 ounces is a shot. But like if you order like a Jack and Coke double, you're not getting 3 shots or 3 ounces. You'll get like 2 ounces. Or that's why it's only like a $4 upcharge.
What is so like the little measurement thing, the little cup thing is a full one of the small side? Is that 1 ounce?
Yeah.
Okay, so you usually go a little bit over, is what you're saying.
So how there's the small side and the big side? The big side is 2 ounces usually.
So
There are different size
Yeah.
jiggers, so
Yeah.
technically sometimes like a full jigger will still only be an ounce and a half. But normal jiggers that people use is 1 ounce on one side, the other side is 2 ounces. So yeah, you fill it up to that inner line, which is an ounce and a half, and that's what I consider a shot.
Okay. Interesting.
But like I said, because you always think, oh, a double is only an extra $4 or whatever the case may be, depending where you're from and depending where you're at. Oh, and I'm getting double the liquor. No, you're not getting the double the liquor. Because usually if you're ordering, like, let's say a Clase Azul or, whatever high-end bottle, Macallan 18, and you order a double, since those are top shelf, you will get 2 shots, but you get charged for 2 shots. You don't get an extra $5 or $10 because it's premium. So this is 50 milliliters.
So speaking of shots,
What that translates into ounces, I don't know, but we're gonna have a great time.
Hey, what number is yours? Mine's 23022. It says
mine too, 23022.
Man, they lying. I thought it was gonna be like our own unique code. But anyways,
What? 23022.
Yeah, that's mine too.
Casamigos,
That is
we need an
crazy because we're
explanation.
in different states too. It ain't even like same store.
Yeah, we're across country, Florida and California. Last time I checked, that was like how many miles apart? I was gonna say 5,000, but I don't think it's 5,000. I think it's like 2,000 miles apart. It's a 5-hour flight.
All right, well, let's get this over with. This is gonna be.
Yeah, because we're taking this.
I don't even
neat
remember the last
with
time I
no
had a shot,
chaser.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
I'm about
either.
to have my Sprite on standby. No cap.
Yeah, I got Sprite right here. As a.
Well,
I almost just squeezed my Sprite
I just
everywhere.
spilled a tiny bit. It's all good.
Oh, so now Tyler's taking half a shot. No, I'm just kidding.
No, look.
All right, so Ty, cheers.
Cheers to the Catchin Up Podcast, man.
Cheers, and not the sesh.
All right, let's do this.
Cheers. Oh, and it's neat. That was really bad.
Bro, we're gonna have to post our reactions to this because I'm like,
That's gonna be the thumbnail.
bro.
Oh, it just gets worse.
That was like medication, bro. Not in a
Oh, no,
good way.
medication you
Not
be
like,
having,
I
but-
feel good now. Like, nah, that was like disgusting. Ugh.
Long story short, don't take tequila shots in the
Nothing against the brand. I'm sure it's a good. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure it's a good brand, but like, man, we took it no chaser, warm. Like, ooh.
Yeah, and it's warm. It's not chilled. There's no salt. There's no lime. The average tequila shot way.
Oh.
But
Okay.
now, for those of you that it's kind of a trend on TikTok. It mainly started in California, so we can't really find it in Florida. So we kind of made our own. But some liquor stores, what they do is they will get little containers, whether you're trying to make jungle juice or serving cups.
Yeah.
So they'll put like a plastic cup and they'll put. They'll put the sorry, it tastes like tequila. They'll put like a bunch of little shots and mixers. So basically, it's like you buy the cup with a bunch of shots and you mix it all together, and it's supposed to make a really good drink. They don't sell that here in Florida, so we chose a recipe that we found, and we try to buy the shots individually that we wanted to try. But neither of our liquor stores had exactly what we needed.
Of course.
So we're doing our own makeshift that's kind of close to a spiked Shirley Temple.
And Shirley Temple's was one of my favorite drinks as a kid, so I'm sure it'll.
Indeed.
Mine will probably taste. I think mine will honestly taste a little bit better because, well, it depends. So, Gabe got some like kinkies with his, which is more of like a liqueur, but they didn't have that at mine, so I got 2 Cirocs, just like watermelon and berry, and then I got grenadine to mix in along with the 7-Up as
Because
well.
he didn't have a liqueur, so he needed something a little
because this
sweet.
would have been crazy, bro.
Yeah, so I over here have a shot of summer watermelon syrup, and then I have it was supposed to be, I believe, like cherry lemonade 99 shot.
No sour cherry.
But I just got Oh, it was sour cherry.
Yeah.
Excuse my French. So it was supposed to be sour cherry, but my liquor store didn't have it. So I got strawberry because I was like, strawberry.
close
Shirley
enough.
Temple?
I got
Sounds
berry.
kind of fire, right? Fair enough, exactly. I wanted it to be red because that was the thing with the sour cherry, was that it was red, so it helped the color. But it's clear. And then, like Tyler was saying, I did get the pink kinky, which is a liqueur, and it says a naughty fusion of mango, passion fruit, and blood orange.
That sounds good, but that sounds like it might throw off the Shirley Temple flavor a little bit, but
correct.
Let's see.
But to make up for it,
I
had big brain status, and by I mean my girlfriend, and they had cherry lime Sprite.
Dang, bro, you don't want to tell me about that?
Hey, I had to save a couple
He's
surprises
like, yeah,
for
I
the
just got
podcast.
Sprite.
I just didn't think they were going to have this limited edition over there in Cali.
All right. And I mean, no.
All right, you want to explain what you got and what's going to be in your cup? Because also, Tyler does have 2 shots of Ciroc,
Sure.
but if anyone that has ever had a 99 shot, and I can shout a couple friends out, that 2 to 3 of these is all you need.
Hey, well, this says it's 5-time distilled. I don't know what that means, but it sounds good.
Same.
So I got
crazy.
the summer watermelon Ciroc, and then I ended up just going with Ciroc red berry because literally this liquor store had no other berry in like this mini form. Like they had no 99, no kinky, nothing. So I just had to go with the next best like berry type of alcohol. So I got Ciroc red berry, and then Gabe fortunately told me to go and get grenadine, so it wasn't just Sprite and alcohol. So this will definitely help with the like Shirley Temple flavor and just flavor overall. And then I'm mixing it with, we'll see. I just had Chick-fil-A, so I got Sprite in this cup, but I also have 7-Up if I need to add some more soda to the party. But they're basically the same thing anyways. So, all right, let's pour this up and get this rocking.
All right, so cheers. So I'm going to be pouring the Ciroc first.
I'll do the watermelon one too.
All right. I'm pulling the cup up to the camera.
Pour it up, pour it
I'm
up.
pouring this so you guys can see.
I wish I had a straw.
Oh, wow. My girlfriend had a good point. That did fill up almost the whole thing. All right, cool. So I poured the watermelon Ciroc in. Then I'm pouring the 99 in.
I'm going to do my other Ciroc red berry.
Oh, jeez, bro. This is looking...
Why don't you just go get a different cup?
Because mama ain't raised no
He
quitter.
said, because I like this cup.
Bro, look how much... This is just the liquors in the cup.
Holy crap. Well,
guys, I'm sorry.
that's what you get. I don't know if
You
you're
get
supposed
what
to
you
shake
get,
this
you
up,
don't
but
get
I'm going to
upset.
shake it up. Shake, shake.
And now we got this.
Oh, also for all you out there, just so you know, if you're dealing with a new Polaroid camera, you don't shake it anymore, all right? I know on that Outkast song, they said shake it like a
What?
Polaroid picture, but with the new ones, you don't shake it. You're going to mess it up. So, just
Really?
tip.
I still shake them.
No, you're not supposed to with the new ones. It
Really?
specifically states not to. I mean, I don't think it messes it up that bad, but it probably just messes with the quality a little bit.
Ooh, okay. So I mixed it with my finger because that's the most sanitary thing to do. And I did lick my finger, and it tasted like a watermelon Jolly Rancher.
I got it.
So as you can tell, mine, due to no red 99, it looks like pink lemonade.
Wow.
I do have grenadine in my fridge, so if I need it, I'll get it. But okay, so your finger tasted
This
good
tastes
too.
like bubble gum.
Ooh, bubble gum?
But it
Like Hubba
but
Bubba?
I can definitely. Okay, let's taste it and see if we need to adjust. I don't know if you can adjust. You don't really got room, but
I don't really got much room.
cheers.
All right, cheers.
You can't see, but I'll try to show you a little bit there.
Ooh, that's strong. It's good, but it's strong.
Mine's actually really good. I think the grenadine helps a lot.
Yeah, I bet. I bet. All right, Tyler, give your review. I'm gonna go get a splash of grenadine.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put just to make it a little more red.
I mean, to be honest, I think what I'm tasting a lot is the summer watermelon Ciroc because the watermelon taste is coming through like a lot. It almost literally tastes like watermelon Hubba Bubba. I definitely need some more 7-Up. Like, not that like the alcohol is overpowering. It's just not like I like it to be a little bit more carbonated is the word I was looking for. But yeah, it's really good. It's not. I mean, granted, we did have to alter the recipe. It doesn't necessarily taste like a Shirley Temple, but it's actually a good drink. So, like, if you're looking for like a good summery watermelon berry drink, the combination I had is actually really good. Like, yeah, that's much better. That's much better with a little bit more 7-Up.
Can you see it? That it looks a little more red now.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, mine looks a lot more red than yours, bro. Mine's like pink.
Well, yeah, you poured a lot of grenadine. I had so much room. But honestly, full review, if I had a little more room for Sprite or a little more room for grenadine, this would be a really good sweet drink. And for how strong this actually is, because I'm sure if you do the math, this is actually probably obnoxiously strong. But genuinely, I've never had a vodka, specifically a vodka, that was flavored that the taste came through so much.
The watermelon's strong.
Like, but it's a good watermelon. Like, I feel like the watermelon's stronger than the vodka.
It is like legit though. Like that's
It really
almost
is.
all
Like,
I taste in this drink.
Yeah, I barely taste anything
Which
other
is
than
not
the
bad.
watermelon.
If you
bad.
like a candy watermelon, that's what it tastes like, you know.
Yeah, like a Sour Patch Kid watermelon.
So, okay, cool. Well, just so you guys know as well, this has been a very hectic leading into this in tonight's episode. We got the whole Drake and Kendrick beef going on right now. So we had a conversation about that because he was driving back from his friend's graduation, which is like a couple hours away from his.
Shout out Manny.
Shout out Manny. Congrats. So we chatted about that because tonight they both dropped back to back, and obviously this will come out this week on the YouTube, right?
What I'm thinking is because last week's episode where we're rating The Matrix is supposed to come out, I might just post this one.
No, we already released The Matrix. Or I made the wrong thumbnail.
No, you're right.
Okay, cool.
It's because we normally record on Wednesdays.
Yeah. So we'll have
I got an extra.
Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, this will come out then. So we're not gonna get into that too much because it's hard to keep up currently. But anyways, and then I came from work straight to a haircut, straight to getting this stuff. I came home. I literally had to shave my freaking mustache, my 3 o'clock mustache that was growing out. I don't even know what it's called. So it's been hectic, but we're here. We're here to have a good time and.
I was dog sitting. Then I left. I drove 2 hours to Jacksonville, went to the beach, went to a graduation dinner, drove 2 hours back, stopped at a liquor store, and now I'm here. So, and the funny thing is, bro, I don't know about you. Okay, well, just to get this over with, just because it kind of shocked me. Everyone knows, common, knowledge that the UV rays of the sun are the highest, are like peak at like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and then once it hits like 4, it's like dying. It's like, and it's even in the morning, it's not that bad. Maybe even like as early as 1 or 12, depending on where you're at, where the sun is and stuff like that. Bro, we were in Jacksonville. We got to the beach at, I believe, like 3:30, almost 4 o'clock, and we left at around like 5:45, right? So we were there for about an hour and a half, almost 2, and my girlfriend got sunburned. I got some sun, and like we were more so in the water than we were on the sand. And I know the water reflects
because I heard you get burned more in the water.
Correct. And I don't know if it's something to do with the salt water or just the fact that water reflects sunlight as well. I don't know which one plays more of a role in what, but I was just shocked for us getting there so late, spending such little time, and specifically the hours we were. Because I get it. Like, if we were there in the morning, we wouldn't have got sunburn, or she wouldn't have got sunburn either. And don't get me wrong, it's not a bad sunburn. She doesn't even look like my drink. You know what I mean? Like,
I hope not.
It was more of just like oh, whoa, like you're red.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't like, oh, Jesus. It wasn't like our friend Brendan, who was like peeling the day of already.
Yeah, I need to go to the beach.
But yeah,
bro.
it was.
I need to get
it threw me
rays.
off, especially for Jacksonville, because I never think of Jacksonville as like, oh, I'm gonna go get tan. I think of Jacksonville as like, I'm gonna go ride some waves.
True.
You know what I mean? Which I know they kind of go hand in hand, but I don't know, it just surprised me. Or maybe it's just because I've been working a night job recently, so I just haven't seen the sun in so long.
True.
True. So I don't know.
Hey, did we cue the intro yet?
Can't right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the show's about to start. Introducing Catchin Up Podcast.
Okay, welcome back. So I'd like to give a little shout out real quick before we delve into any other topics. So, Gabe, do you recognize the sweater I have on? Have you seen it on me before?
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, absolutely. I actually really like that
So
sweater.
for the fans out there,
I'm waiting for you to give it to me.
this sweater was actually stolen with my backpack when my car got broken into a couple months ago. So if you didn't know, my car got broken into a couple months back. My backpack was in there.
Months?
My iPad got So for those of you that didn't know, sorry, the tequila's probably already hitting. So for those of you that don't know,
It's like, bro, like 3 years ago. It was like last
okay, for
week.
the 10th time. So it was probably about a month ago, I think, close enough, that my car got broken into, which had my backpack in it, and a couple of clothes got stolen, my iPad, my backpack, and it really sucked. And so my girlfriend, Bailey, she is amazing, and she knew that I love this sweater that I have on right now. It's from a company called First Sport. So she actually reached out to them I think she tried DM, and they didn't see it. So then she just emailed them, and she explained the situation and what had happened, and they actually were kind enough to send her another sweater for me. So she didn't have to pay for it. She didn't have to do any social media posting. Technically, I don't think I have to do any social media posting, but I wanted to give a huge shout out to
But we are.
First
What?
Sport. They are the creators of this sweater and many, many other dope sweaters, but let me showcase it real quick. Yeah, they sent her a new one for me because they understood the story and they were empathetic towards it and they wanted to help out. And I was just as surprised as you are. I was like, what? That's crazy. Like, you know, because she could have very well just been, like, it could have been anybody just lying. She'd be like, hey, my sweater got stolen. Can I get another one? You know, like, especially in today's world, like, people do stuff like that all the time to try to get free stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But they were super kind about it. They, you know, sent her one, and they didn't make a hassle about it. So just want to give a shout out to them. Please go check out their stuff. We're not sponsored. This is totally just me giving gratitude back to them. But, like, their sweaters are really, really cool. Like, if when the podcast starts to make more money and I can afford to buy all their sweaters, I probably will, because they're really dope. They have a nice retro design. They fit amazingly, and they're so cozy, and they just are really, really cool designs as well. So, like, check them out. At least just give them a look if you haven't seen them before. They're a really cool brand, and obviously they're nice enough, and you know, they're grateful to their customers enough to be able to hook us up when we're in need. So I appreciate that. Thank you. And thank you to my girlfriend for reaching out as well, because that was awesome. I was missing the sweater, bro. I really wanted it back. I was like, man, there was probably like, and I lost a good amount of clothes. Probably about 2 pants, a couple shirts, this sweater. Like, I lost a good amount of stuff in there. And, yeah, I got it back.
No underwear, though, because he doesn't wear underwear.
No, actually, I did. And that hurts the most. The boxers hurt the most because boxers are expensive, bro. They're like $20 for like 2 pairs.
And honestly, they're kind of hard to, like, once you find it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Excuse me. If you go into okay, first off, we're getting sidetracked. Definitely the drinks. Thank you. What's the company called?
First Port.
First Port.
Mm-hmm.
First Port. Thank you. That's amazing. Highly like a lot of respect. Like Tyler said, she could have been lying. Hopefully, you're watching this episode now. I'm just kidding. I know you're watching this episode right now. So clearly, it wasn't a lie. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you doing that for my boy. That is genuinely, like, if you don't know, Tyler does give me a lot of his clothes because I aspire to be Tyler. No, I'm playing. No, I just, I'm one of those people that don't necessarily like to spend money on myself, especially when it comes to clothes. So, other people will give to the less fortunate in the sense of Tyler just likes to give me his clothes and I love it. And I've been waiting for that sweatshirt and clearly I'm not going to get it anytime soon now. But fire. Thank you so much. That's
He's like, send
honestly,
me one.
Go check him out.
I
lost it too.
Also, if you want us to rep more on the podcast, we will happily rep your stuff if you want us to showcase
Absolutely.
it. But this was good enough, so we appreciate it.
No one will use the code but us, but it'll be used. And no, bro, that's sick, bro.
Yeah,
That's
really
awesome.
cool.
Like, happy for you, especially that one. But back to the underwear thing. If you go in my drawer, my specific underwear drawer, I'll count it if you really want me to. But I think I legit have about 100 different pairs of underwear, and I think I only wear like 12 of them.
Nah, bro.
Like, I have to do.
I have 2 brands, but that's it. I can only rock with these 2 brands.
Which are?
They're both.
Oh, are we gonna get an inside scoop into Tyler's pants?
Yeah, we're getting real deep in tonight's episode. Jockey and Pair of Thieves, which you can find both at Target. Because I like the ones that are like I don't know what they're made out of. They're like a little bit more sporty, almost like Nike Tech, but they're not as tight.
It's
You know what
not
I mean?
dry fit. It's a little more fabric, but it's still like fast dry. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it is definitely like that. Like, it's not cotton, but yeah,
But it's not necessarily dry fit.
because they're not as like the Nike ones like squeeze your thighs. Like, these are more like everyday boxers. I feel like those are for like if you're playing a sport. But honestly, I would probably do Pair of Thieves all the time, but they're a little bit more expensive than Jockey. But yeah, boxers is just like they're like, it's expensive and it's like something that nobody sees. So like it's for your own comfort. So like, I don't know, it's just annoying when you have to buy more boxers and like, you buy a 2-pack for like $25 nowadays. Unless I get it. I know there's cheaper ones out there, but like they don't feel the same. They ride up. Like, I don't like the cotton ones either. Like, I don't know. I work out. Like, I don't like those. It's weird. I don't know. Preference, But
Yeah, I also have because I always get like gifted underwear, and that's the
From
reason
who?
I have like from my family. It's like, oh, we don't know what to get, and probably socks and underwear. As any teenage
It's kinda
boy wants,
clutch.
even though I'm not a teenager, but it is. But then it's like, then I'll get used to one type because they have like, there was this one time, I think it was, I don't know who bought it, but it was called Poppy. Like, that was the brand, Puppy. And,
What?
Like, sorry.
What?
I forget people don't speak our accent that
no,
we
I
made
know,
up.
but
It's
I've
Poppy.
never heard of like PAPI.
Yep. Puppy.
Okay.
It was called
Continue
Puppy.
on.
And they were really comfy, but dude, they like did not touch my thigh. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, it was just
I don't
right
like
there.
those.
And
No.
and I don't like those. I'm shut up. This is my turn. look, I might not look it. I wear baggy things, and even like honestly, like I have that body where it's like I have like a sleeper build. I feel like for the most part, to where it's like people don't realize that I am kind of thick. So I need that. I need that leg extension because, bro, like I wore a different like Michael Kors underwear that I have that's like a little higher up, bro. I was like chafing at work because like my thighs were just rubbing together. Like, and now I understand like why girls like don't wear certain shorts because their legs were up against each other, and that's skin on skin. I at least have some like hair in between. You know what I mean? Which like sounds really inappropriate, but it's not. It's just like hair on my legs. But it's like, dude, that it gets so uncomfortable so fast. And it's like there's so many different types of. Oh, I'm so picky with underwear now. Like the older I get, the more picky I am. It's crazy.
Which is funny because I'm like, I feel like that's something that was like, you know, in certain movies they'll be like, oh, like I only wear silk underwear, and like I don't know. As a kid, you're just like, I don't care about that stuff. Like as a kid, I didn't even like care about any sort of like boxers underwear, like whatever.
Yeah,
It
bro,
is what
tidy
it is.
whities all the way,
But,
or
like,
whatever Hollister was selling at the time.
Yeah, but like now it's like it does play a huge part in like your day-to-day life if your underwear are uncomfortable. Like it's not fun, you know.
No, not at all. Do you have bro? Okay, it's not even a question. I'm just trying to say something. So my wonderful girlfriend knows that I am a very hot person. I think everyone knows I sweat easy.
Oh, I
I'm
thought
just a
you meant
hot
the other
dude.
way, and I was like, kidding.
I mean, I am sexy, but no, like I'm just a hot person, especially like when I'm sleeping.
Yeah, same.
Like a lot of the times, like I'll wake up in the morning and I'll be like really hot, like I'll wake up sweating or whatever. And she got me this pillow that's it's not like technology, like I don't plug it in, but it's like the types of pillows that are supposed to stay cold. They're like colder pillows, so like I guess it breathes more. I don't know, whatever. You know, one Nike or like nanotechnology in your shirt, and I'm over here thinking there's a chip in my shirt. No, but it's the pillow, it's the pillow and the pillowcase. So it's like every time I lay on it, if I even move my head a little bit on the pillow, it'll still be cold in comparison to where I was just laying. And it's the game changer, bro. I'll go to a hotel, not as comfortable. I'll sleep at a friend's house. Like I just get so hot. Like it's so crazy how it's like little minor things make such a big difference.
Yeah,
That's my TED Talk.
That's the thing too, bro. It's like I don't know. I mean, I guess be comfortable in your house. I actually just saw this thing on TikTok where it's like a mattress topper that like I think it's something you plug in, but like it will, you know, keep it cool. And I'm like, bro, I want that because I like being cold when I sleep, bro. Because like, you know, same because because I like to be like wrapped up in the covers, like, you know, because it's like, oh, you're hot, take the covers off, but like, no, I don't want to sleep without covers. Like, that's honestly like kind of weird to me, you know. Like, I like to be snuggled up. I ain't gonna lie, but but you know, I want to be cold as well. So like, even when I sleep, bro, even if it's cold out, like. I have the fan on. I have a fan like blowing on to me because I think it's also better for you. I think you get better sleep when it's colder in your room. Like
yeah, they said that don't quote me on this. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment. One comment hot or cold if you prefer to sleep in the heat or prefer to sleep in the cold. Because mother, I know you like to keep the house at 78, so you clearly
That's
like it
probably a
hotter.
Bill thing.
But she still prefers it because whenever I turn it down, she's too cold. But like me, I prefer, you know, like 68. But from what I remember, apparently the ideal sleep temp is like 63.
Yeah.
To me, that's too cold. And they said they're like, if you want like ideal sleep and to lose weight throughout the year, you put at 63 and sleep with like a thin sheet because then you technically shiver in your sleep and burn fat. That's extra. No,
Yeah.
I like it to be cold in my room, and like Tyler said, I want to be like a cozy baked potato. Like I want to be a jalapeno popper, and I just want to be in there as hot as I want. And then the second I get hot, I move it down like 3 inches. And then I'll cool back down and I'll bring it back up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, that's what I like. Because my body temperature fluctuates so much throughout the night. I'm assuming because sometimes I wake up like, you know what I mean? Because it's so hot. But no, I agree. And they also say that apparently for you to fall asleep, your body needs to, like, your brain needs to be like 2 degrees cooler, or your body needs to be 2 degrees cooler. So that's why it takes some people a little longer to unwind and calm down to go to sleep, because your body itself actually needs to like cool off.
That's interesting.
Like a computer.
I mean, it makes sense. I feel like, I don't know, because think about it, right? Like, whenever you're nervous about something or you're like thinking about something, which I think like the reason a lot of people can't sleep is they're overthinking of their thoughts. Like, you're typically running hotter. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're overthinking about something, you're more likely to be like sweating than you are to be like
Or when you're
completely
stressing.
chill. Yeah, exactly. So I think it does
Stressing, anxious.
correlate to some degree. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just prefer it, especially if I'm sleeping like, with my girlfriend and we're like sleeping together in the same bed. Like, I want it to be a little bit colder because that's two bodies now,
Yeah.
Man, I was gonna ask
Do you
you.
want to hear what
question.
happened to me this
Yeah,
week?
go ahead.
While you think of your question.
I don't remember
okay,
what it was.
So when it
I
comes
knew I
to
should have
chicken
wrote it down.
wings, bro, me too, and I'm really glad I remembered because I was literally on the drive here. Luckily, I had 2 hours to think about it because I was like, something happened this week, and I wanted to bring it up on the podcast,
Okay.
but I forgot. Okay, so chicken wings. We all love chicken wings. If you don't love chicken wings, don't actually get out of here, but metaphorically get out of here. Get out of here. Are you a wing guy? Are you a thigh guy? Or you just don't care?
Yeah, I mean, I prefer wings. I prefer drumsticks over.
Okay,
Wait,
drumstick.
drumstick,
Thigh.
wait.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, well, no, there's
A
like
drumstick or a flat or a drumstick?
drums all the way. But I think I'm in the minority.
flat.
I think I'm in the minority in that.
I don't know because like my girlfriend doesn't care. She just wants the wings.
True,
So
I
that's
mean-
why we're a match made in heaven because she likes the drumsticks. I like the flats. But so I was talking to my boy VB and he works at Wingstop and I'm like, yo, like all you'd make is for the most part wings, right? So I'm like, is it? Because they always say, don't be that guy and order all flats. Don't be that guy and order all flats. And I'm like, well, I like what I like, and if I'm spending my money, I'm going to spend it where I like
True.
it, right? Makes sense.
Fair
It's
play.
called logic. Not the rapper, though, although he's great. I'm talking about, the thing that's not
No
so common.
correlation,
It's
bro.
called sense. Bro, common sense ain't that anyways, I'm getting off track. So I'm that guy that sometimes I'll order all flats, mainly when I'm not with my girlfriend because she's not there to eat the drumsticks. But I'm the guy that orders all flats. So me and my coworkers, one day we got out early. We went to Miller's Ale House and love Miller's. You never had the Captain Jack, which my boy AB didn't have a Captain Jack ever. So I got it for his birthday. Fire.
Yeah. I mean, I've never had anybody not like that.
If you don't like a Captain Jack, you're a psychopath. But it's okay. We love you. Still give us a like and a comment. But for those go try it and leave us a review and let us know what you think of Captain Jack's. But anyway, so we ordered the dry rub chili lime wings for the first round, right? We all split it up. It was cool. And then we wanted to order a second round because it was like, 4 of us splitting 12 wings. So it was, it wasn't much. And I was like, I only really like flats. What about you? And for the most part, I think it was like half the table, if not more than half the table, was like, yeah, we prefer flats. So I was like, all right, let's just order more wings, but all flats, but the same seasoning. I'm gonna show it right here, dude. I get it. It was last call, and I get people don't like when people order all flats because that's what my boy VB was saying. He's like, yeah, bro, like I'll get an order of 100 all flats, and I'm over here like opening a bag of wings, and I have to count 1, 2, 3 flats because I guess the bags will come flats and drumsticks mixed together.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And right, which makes sense on why sometimes I won't say all flats, and I'll have like let's say I order 12 wings, I'll have 8 drumsticks and only 4 flats. So it makes sense because people like me order all flats, so you gotta get rid of the drumsticks. So, bro, and then now I'm gonna show you this video.
All right, so we ordered all flat 12 wings, dry rub, and they gave us so much dry rub we could barely see our wings at first.
They gave us 12 cups of dry rub.
Like, bro, like
2 wings. Yeah.
crazy.
Dude, I kid you not. I guarantee you, they had the tin full of the dry rub seasoning and they just dumped it on our wings. I swear I had more dry rub than I did wings and bone. Like, we took all the wings out and we did a full, like, almost inch thick layer on the plate of dry rub seasoning. I was like playing with it and like sprinkling, acting like I was Salt Bae. I was like, there's enough dry rub in here that I can make another 12 batches of wings. And I was like, you know what? I get it. I did make your life a little harder. But dang, bro. Like, I mean, granted, I'd rather have extra seasoning than you spit in my food, which you could have very well done and I still wouldn't know.
Bro.
But, like, is it that
No,
deep?
that's crazy. That's disgusting because I had something like that happen to me where you ever have like the blue diamond almonds? You've definitely had them. They're like flavored almonds.
Yeah. The wasabi ones are fire.
So I got the chili and lime ones, which if you haven't had, they're
Okay.
fire. But
Well, my girlfriend's allergic to tree nuts, and I have this fear that I'm gonna eat one and kiss her and she'll die.
Yeah,
So I try not to eat tree nuts.
But anyways,
But I'll do it when she's out of town.
So I typically I don't like to. Sometimes I will if I don't care, but I don't like to eat them with my hands because, it just gets like the dry rub gets all over your hands or the
Would
flavoring.
you eat them with chopsticks?
No, I just pour them back, because I'm the only one eating out of the container.
Oh, you take shots of almonds?
So yeah, I'm pouring them back, and I opened a fresh pack, and I was so hungry. I was like, all right, these almonds are gonna hit. So I go like that, and a huge chunk of the seasoning goes straight into my mouth. It was just sitting at the top, bro, or something like that. I don't know what happened, but it was huge. And I literally had to go and spit it out because it was so disgusting. It was just so overpowering. And it almost scarred me from eating that flavor again. But I was like, no, it just happened. It is what it is. So I still eat them. But I get that. When you get a huge hit of the seasoning, it's not good, at all. It tastes good in the right amount. But if you get an over, a crazy amount of it, it's gross.
When you get more seasoning than the actual thing you're eating, is no good.
It was a shock to me. I was like, what? Because, you're not expecting that. You could see it, but, I wasn't expecting it,
Bro, I literally, every single flat I'd get, I'd start tapping it, and it would just start raining
Where was this at?
seasoning. Miller's Ale House.
Nah, bro, I would have sent that back if it's at a restaurant, and I'm not the one to send stuff back.
I'm not the one to say. Look, the thing is that I knew they were getting lazy because there were still wings that weren't covered in seasoning. So I know they were just being petty and just went psh, with whatever they had left because we asked for all flats. And I was like, look, if you're finna be petty like this, and it was also last call. If it wasn't last call, I would have sent it back. But I was like, that would have been as someone that works in the service industry. That is really
I get
frustrating.
that. I would have then
sending it back after you close.
Yeah, I would have called
down.
the manager and be like, hey, I get it. Y'all are closing. Can I just get a gift card for this amount and just don't charge me? You know what I mean? Because it's kind of gross at that point, bro. And they're not made right. You go to a restaurant to get food that you could have prepared at home, but you're choosing to eat out, right? So I'm I get it though. I mean, I don't know what I would have actually done in this situation, but I would have at least maybe can I get a free dessert or something? What's up?
I tried. I was like, hey, because even our server was like, that's a lot of seasoning.
Okay, if the server's
and I
on
was
your
like,
side.
Oh, I know.
You're I'm eating it.
But we're eating it. And then I was like, yo, it's my boy's birthday. If you guys can do something. And I hinted towards the Captain Jack. And I knew maybe we might not be able to get it for free, maybe like a discount or like a small slice. I don't know. But because it was his birthday. Like, I wasn't kidding. I wasn't lying. We were celebrating his birthday. And two, he's never had a Captain Jack. So I was like, even if it's a bite, you know what I mean? It's still a blessing. So I was like, yo. And then they're like, no, we can't hook you up with anything. And I was like, okay, you ain't finna hook me up with nothing. And you're going to give me enough seasoning for about 46 flats when I ordered 12.
I'm like, bro, but I had that same thing happen to me too. We're like, again, in both situations, we understand, but like, if you can, like, bro, what's a piece of ice cream cake? You know what I mean? Like, because we went out a couple weeks ago for one of our friends' birthdays. We went bowling, and we, like, a couple of us ordered food, and she accidentally, like, put it all on my card when, like, we told her to split it, and she's like, okay, I'll split the bills. And, like, we all ordered separately, so it just didn't make sense. But, like, she put everything on my card. So, like, like, we both gave cards, too. So it was just a really, like, weird mix-up. But we were cool about it. We're like, no problem. She came over and explained. I'm like, yeah, it is what it is. We can just do Venmo. It's not a big deal. And she's like, okay, like, I can offer you guys one shot for, like, and there was, like, 10 of us, mind you. She's like, I can offer a shot for, like, the inconvenience. And I was like, okay, well, let me see if anybody wants it. And we were celebrating a birthday, too. And so the birthday girl was like, oh, like, I'll take it, but, like, I don't want to, like, take a shot alone. Like, you know what I mean? There's, like, 10 of...
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, since she offered it to me, like, I'll be like, do you want me to see if she'll give me a shot, too? And she's like, yeah, because then, you're not doing a shot alone. Like, I think most people don't want to do a shot alone.
And a pal.
Unless they're an alcoholic.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So I was like, hey, like, I like, I'm not trying to, like, ask you for more. I appreciate your kindness, but, like, is there any way you can give me, like, an extra shot if you do the free one, because it's my friend's birthday, but, she doesn't want to do one alone? She's like, no. And I was like, are you sure? Like, it's her birthday, like, and she's like, no. And I was like, okay, cool, then never mind. We won't take the shot. But I'm like, bro, seriously, like, what is the extra ounce or whatever it is that you were saying that, like,
or ounce and a half,
you know what I mean? I'm just like, because, like, listen, I've served too. He's served too. Like, we understand. You know what I mean? But, like, from my end, I'm like, listen, if somebody will allow it, I'm like, it's my job to make the customer happy. And, like, I could have went to your manager and complained and probably got the extra shot while also making you look bad. But I decided not to, because, like, it's not that deep. It's really not that deep. But I'm just like, bro, is it really, like, that big? Like, she didn't even go and ask. Like, I could understand if you went and asked the bartender and the bartender's like, no. Okay, then it's not your decision. But it wasn't even like, let me check or let me try. Like, I understand. It was just like, no. And I'm like, then why'd you even offer it in the first place? If you can offer one free shot, you can offer 2 free shots. Like, come on now.
No, for sure. Bro, I don't know. The more I've been in hospitality and customer service and, the service industry and all that jazz, it's so crazy that, like, it really is a skill. Like, it really is hard for some people to just be nice and to just be kind and to just have common sense. And it's like, bro, you're right. Like, exactly like you said. She didn't even go and ask. Did she have to ask? Absolutely not. Right. But she could have at least made you think she did.
Exactly. That's my thing.
She could have made you think you did. Oh my gosh, your burger came with lettuce after you told me not to put lettuce on it. It's the kitchen's fault. Now, do I know that it's actually the kitchen's fault or you forgot to put no lettuce? I have no idea. And I will never know. But at the end of the day, just tell me that. Yeah. Oh, can I get an extra shot? I don't know. Let me go double check. Probably not. She could have even said that. Honestly, I'm going to be honest. Probably not. But let me double check with you just to make sure. Walk to the back. Be out of sight. Count to 10. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, right? Come back. Sorry, my manager said no. If you don't want to actually ask.
Because even my thing is, too,
if you don't want to actually ask.
I would have, if she would have at least went away and asked or pretended to ask, I would have gave a better. I still gave her a good tip. Like, she still served us. But, like, if you're going an extra mile for me, I'm gonna give you more than 20%. You know what I mean? Like,
100%.
I'm gonna like reward your kindness, right? And, like, you didn't even, like he said, you could have just went away and pretended like you were asking, and I would never know. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like you could have just faked your way to a better tip. You know what I mean? Like, so, just a PSA to all those servers out there. And we've been there, so don't try to come for us saying we ain't been there. We both served. Just be nice, or just pretend to be nice. Like, you know what I mean? That was my biggest thing as a server, bro. Is I'm like, listen, as a server, right? The person that I'm serving is paying me. And yes, I understand that kindness doesn't always get you a better tip. I've seen it firsthand. But I do truly believe that if you try to be nice and you try to go to the extra mile, a good amount of people will actually tip you better because of that. And so I'm just like, they're paying you at the end of the day. If you're getting an attitude with your table, or you're like, trying to one-up them, I'm like, that's only hurting your pockets, because if you catch an attitude with them, or you quote unquote win a certain argument or battle of this is right and this is wrong with them, what incentive do they have to tip you better, versus if something comes out late and you apologize and you're friendly and you're nice about it, and you maybe try to get them a free dessert, or maybe try to get them a little something extra, free refill on the drink, like, they're probably more likely to tip you better. So, I don't know, just 2 cents from another person who served in his lifetime, but hey, do you?
I'm about to say something controversial.
Oh, he's about to get
And-
controversial.
Yeah, shots finna be fired. Shots finna be shot is what I almost
Shots
said.
are taken and they are fired tonight.
And look, and it's really not that big of a deal. This is just my personal belief and my personal opinion.
Mm-hmm.
My girlfriend might even argue with me. I don't know. I've never like specifically said this, but I always start off my mentality with I'm gonna tip 20%.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I go based off that. Granted, some people, especially if they've been in the service industry, won't ever tip less than 20%, which is fair. I understand where you're coming from. Me personally, I'll never tip lower than 18.
I think that's fair.
But you have to genuinely be a really bad server and not care at all, or like genuinely just mess everything up and just show no. Like it really, it's every case is different.
Sure.
But like I don't think you should never not tip.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
you don't truly know what's their fault. You don't know what they're dealing with. You don't know if it's another table.
Yeah.
You don't know if it's another person. And granted, it's not my fault either what they're
Sure.
going through. It could be personal and they're bringing it into work and they just can't shake it. But also coming from someone that has served for multiple years and been in the service industry for multiple years, I know sometimes it's hard to leave your personal stuff outside the door, or maybe it's work stuff and you can't leave it outside the door because it's ongoing your entire shift. So I get it. That's why I don't believe in tipping less than 18%. But you got to earn the 20%. Like, I don't think everyone should just get 20%, personally. Because I think 20% is like, you were a good server or bartender or whatever you want to be, and thank you for doing your job and doing it well, and I really appreciate it. You do extra stuff? Absolutely. And honestly, it doesn't take much to get more than 20% from me.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely, it really doesn't. Like, you compliment my shirt. Oh, I always make the jokes when I'm out with my friends. They'll say something. I'll be like, oh, minus $2. Like, and I'm joking around, and I understand that. And I hope they never overhear me and treat me different because they think I'm serious, which I'm sure has happened. But it's one of those things where it's like, don't never tip, don't not tip, and don't tip less than 18%. But I don't think that like people should be in that mentality of like, I'm gonna do what I want, I'm gonna make my money regardless, because I think you should. I think just like what's a good example of it? Art, right? You appreciate art, you value art. Therefore, what people see that art as will become the price of that art when it becomes auctioned, right? If I draw a stick figure, it can sell for 1 penny and it can sell for $1 million, depending on how that person
Sure.
sees it. And it's the same thing with service. If you do your job and if you do your job, 20%, because most people don't do their job. If you don't do your job, I'm not going to judge you too hard because I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. So I'll give you 18%. But like literally all it takes is a compliment, a joke, a laugh, I'm going to go ask my manager. You don't actually ask, but you make me think you are. And you say that. Boom. You know what? I couldn't get that extra shot for free, which honestly doesn't make any sense. But they tried. They put that extra effort. Whether it's to lie to me or to fight for me, they still put that extra effort. So boom, yeah, 22%. 30%, 40%, 50%, whatever it may be.
Dang, baller.
Sometimes the bill's like 10. Sometimes the bill's like
sure,
$20.
Sure.
So 50% is like $10. But you know what I mean? So that's just my like.
I mean,
little
here's
tidbit,
the thing
where
too,
it's
bro.
just like,
Is I'm like, at the same, I agree with that, and I'm like, listen, prices nowadays are already like so expensive, like, and everything from clothes to groceries to food you eat at a restaurant are going up. So yes, I do believe that like you should always tip your server, and like if you're going out to a restaurant, you should have money to tip at least 20%. If not, go to Chick-fil-A, go to Taco Bell, go to Chipotle. Like if you don't have money to at least tip 20%, like you probably shouldn't be going out to a restaurant. You know what I mean? But at the same time, if you go out and like you can tell, bro, you can tell when a server is stressed, and like I understand because like I've been there. But at the same time, if they're apologetic and they're like trying to like, obviously plead with you and you can see their struggle, you understand like why some things might be a little bit slower. But sometimes you can also tell that like your server just doesn't care. And like they're like, hey, this is what it is. Like then obviously like why am I going to go above and beyond for you? Yes, 18% should still be the bare minimum because listen, like they're still here doing a job. And again, you don't know what they're going through. But at the same time, like, if you're trying to get that 20% or above, you should just be nice. Or like if you're busy or you're flustered, like explain to your table. They'll understand, you know what I mean? Most of the time.
bro,
I get it.
It goes so long. It goes so far.
Yeah, exactly.
People don't understand. Hey, I'm really busy right now, and I'm really sorry. I will be with you the second I can. That's all it takes. Those few words, you can even take a couple words out and make it simpler. And it goes so long. And it's like, one time me and my girlfriend went to another Miller's Ale House, and the girl was busy. It was I think
always that
I think
Miller's.
we accidentally, but they're always different ones too. It's never the same. It's never the same one. And we went right, and this girl. We got sat. We were there for legitimate. We counted. It was 20 minutes sitting there. And the server never said anything. We didn't even know who our server was because no one came by. And then, and genuinely, the only reason we left was because we were like, yo, Red Lobster's like down the street. And we really wanted lobster. You know what I mean? So it wasn't even anything to do with her or making us wait. But then, like, we literally got up and started walking out. And then that's when she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm busy. Like, I'll be right there. And we're like, oh, no, like, we're fine. Like, we're going to go somewhere else. But it was like, but when she said that, we obviously finally knew who the server was. And, dude, she literally walked past us 6 times before. And so it was like, dude, like.
You could have just said something.
And that's all you needed to do. Yeah. Hey, I'm really busy. I'll be with you when you can. Absolutely. Take 30 minutes if you need it to catch up. We're servers. We get it. Granted, not everyone's a server or has served, so they're not always going to get it. But, like, you never know. And all it takes is that little bit of communication of, hey, I'm really sorry. I'll be with you when I can. I'm trying to catch up right now.
Yeah.
That's it. People don't necessarily understand that. So it's like communication goes a long way. Hospitality goes a long way.
Yes,
even
servers.
if it's just minor.
Come on. Question.
Come
Do you
on,
have access
punk.
to your phone?
I do not, but I have access to my laptop.
Well, I was going to say, if you can pull up, because I'm sure we're going over an hour, so I feel like we should wrap this up soon. But I was like, if you can pull up one of the topics from our notes while I go pee really quick, we can touch on that, and then we can
Yeah, I
end this
got
up.
you. Absolutely.
Let me finish this drink. Cheers to the last sip of the drink here. It was a good one. That watermelon is strong, bro.
Bro, I'm still astonished at how strong that watermelon is. I've never had something like and it was one ingredient out of like literally like
It's
4.
really good though. Like it's a good watermelon. It's not. It sounds like it's overpowering for what we're saying, just because like typically when you get flavored vodka, it's like a percent. This is probably like 30%.
Yeah, no, for sure. Honestly, granted, I did take like a big gulp and then add more Sprite, so and a splash of grenadine, so maybe that had something to do with it. But like genuinely, that was a really good drink.
It
Like
was,
if I
it
ordered
was.
something like a watermelon martini at a bar and that's what I got, I would have been super happy with it.
Yeah. Me
Okay,
too.
so this is from our. I almost slipped up. Our Catchin Up Topic Vault. And this one is do's and don'ts on airplanes. Yes or no, reclining your seats. And I am just gonna start speaking up on this. I think this is something I can talk about a lot. Is okay. One, do's and don'ts on airplanes. Don't keep a screaming kid. I don't care what you got to do. Shut it up. Sorry, hate to say it. Shut it up. No one wants to hear it. If my noise canceling headphones cannot cancel out the screaming child around me, we got a problem.
Oh my gosh.
Second, don't drink too much before you get on a plane. It is not fun, and no one wants to deal with you.
That's me though.
Two,
I can't even lie, bro.
where-
That's me.
Shut up.
I gotta stay hydrated, bro.
No, I meant alcohol, but
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
but
yeah.
don't get drunk before a flight
True.
because you will get the spins
True.
and nobody wants to deal with that. If you want to drink water and pee a lot, make sure you pick your seat wisely. You know what I'm talking about. And honestly, so one thing that does like kind of make me upset because like you can't necessarily, it's kind of hard to argue and it's like, to each their own. If it's like me personally, I get it. I love looking outside. I love looking outside too when I'm on a plane, but like I do not like when I'm trying to sleep and someone's got their window open and they're the only ones in the whole cabin and it's shining right in my eyes. If majority of the cabin has their windows closed because some people are trying to sleep or whatever the case may be, close your window. Shut your little blind. Like, genuinely. Like, I hate that. Where the whole cabin be dark and you got this one dude that's or girl, I don't care, in the corner that's, like, shining as if they just opened, Thanos' glove with all 5 diamonds on it. And it's just going,
The gauntlet.
Like, no one wants that. Like, just close the
No.
window. And second, please wear deodorant. I don't care if you think you smell.
Yes.
I don't care if you think you don't. Please wear deodorant and buy wipes because no one wants to smell your booty and no one wants to smell your BO. That's all I'm going to say because sometimes I get it. I sweat easy. I'm not going to lie. I sweat. I'm a hot person in every meaning of the word. And every time I get on a plane, I'm like, this place is hot. And I start sweating immediately until we get on board. But the real any do's and don'ts other than the main question that we're gonna be getting to that you have?
No, I mean I pretty much agree with all of those. I would say just try to and I'm one who can obviously I try to keep to usually if I'm at the movies or whatever my leg spacings.
We're talking about planes.
I know. I'm
just
saying
kidding.
my
I'm just
legs,
playing. I'm just
I'll
playing.
let them they I get a little too comfortable. I won't lie, but if you're on a plane, the seats are already small, the aisles are already small, so just try to keep to your little sector and don't
don't be
let your
spreading.
leg, don't don't lean on somebody if you don't know them. We don't know you. We don't know where you came from. I get it. Show love. We could talk. We could chit chat. But try to. Everybody needs their own personal space. So try to allow that. But I think that's really it, man. I think besides all the ones you mentioned, obviously.
Another one too is that I just thought of because look, I'm not saying have a full conversation, but I do think we should normalize. I do think we should normalize small talk on planes. If I'm flying next to you for whether it's 30 minutes or 9 hours, I'm going to be next to you. If I don't know you, hi, how are you? How's your day going? Like, what you doing? Like, do you live, do you live where we're going? Are you visiting? You know, little small talk like that. Because genuinely, I've met some really cool people the times I have done that. And I can't imagine the people that I've missed out on meeting due to not having those conversations because I just put my earbuds in and I stay in my own lane. Like one time I met this really cool producer dude that lives in Orlando and like we still follow each other and I started following his fitness page and stuff like that. And we became cool. Like I'll slide up on his stuff, he'll slide up on mine, right? I have another buddy that, Kareem, another buddy that was on a plane and he ended up sitting next to this doctor that is like, at the time, now it's like we're starting to show light to it. But at the time, no one knew about it. But they were working on this ring that goes on your finger that like tells you like all your health, like everything about your health, real time, and like things like that. Like you never know. You never like I've had friends that have been on planes and they talk to the people next to them and those people just give them $300 because they like really like them and think like I genuinely like this girl that I knew went on this plane and she was talking to these old ladies and they really liked her and they were listening to her situation and they gave her $300 to help her out.
Dang, I
like
need that.
You never know what's gonna come. You've got that. I need that. No, I'm playing, but you never know what's gonna happen. And look, I'm not saying have a full blown get their life story, but I do think genuinely that we should normalize small talk on planes. Like you don't gotta do it. Like the second the plane takes off, that's when you're like, all right, you want to keep talking? Cool. If not, put your earbuds in, and that's the sign.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Or stop talking. Yeah. That's the sign. Just like at least while everyone's boarding. And like you're not in the air yet, but that might just be me. But I do think we should normalize that. Just hi, how are you? What you doing? Where are you coming? Where are you going? What are you doing? You know. And then now, the real question: should you recline your seats? And let's be honest here: if you're flying Frontier or Spirit, you don't even have the option,
bro. But they honestly don't recline that much.
And that's what I'm saying. They don't recline that much. Also, if I'm paying, let's be honest here, most flights are at least anywhere from $1 to like I've seen like $800.
I want to say at least
and that's
two.
Going to the same. True. If it's a reclining seat, it's probably at least two because Frontier and Spirit don't have that, but they're cheaper. So, the airlines that do have reclining seats, like it's not like you're like reclining a foot back or else I would be able to fall asleep. It's like 3 to 6 inches max. And two, bro, like I've been, and I genuinely, I'll admit I did feel bad, but like I had my seat back. And this lady was behind me and tapped me. She's like, can you move your seat up and not recline? And I was like, no. And then I was like, because if you can clearly see, the person in front of me is reclining. And I'm not going to ask them because they paid for this ticket just as much as me. They're on this plane for the exact same amount of time. If this is what they need to be comfortable, because I don't know about you guys, I cannot sleep at a 90-degree angle, let alone what? That's considered like 100-degree angle if it's like that way. Yeah. An obtuse angle, 100-degree angle. I can't sleep that either. Obtuse? But at the end of the day, it's like, who am I to say that they can't recline? They have every right to recline. Yeah. I have every right to recline. And guess what? You have every right to recline. So it's like
he's advocating for you.
And I'll cut this out. But like I know Chase 100% was like, nah, bro. You know what I mean? But it's like, dude, I think everyone should recline. I don't understand why you don't recline. If everyone reclined, it would probably be a lot more comfortable anyways. Yeah, it all equals out. So that's my TED Talk. I think we should all recline.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, listen, if it's an option and it's there, and like I said, it's not like it's reclining to where it's like smacking you in the face. Like I've had people recline and like I can still set my phone up, on the ones that don't have a screen. Like I could still set my iPad up and like it's in perfectly straight view. So like if the option's there and you don't want to recline, then like that's your choice. But like if the other person wants to recline, then that's their choice. That's what they paid for, and it is what it is. Like you can't really do anything about it. You know that signing up to go on a plane. Like if it's a big enough issue, sit first class or drive. You know what I mean? Like you understand.
Or take the boat.
You understand what it is like getting into this situation. That's my thing. Is like people try to act like, oh, you shouldn't do this out of like the courtesy of me. Like, no, like I have every right to recline as you do or you don't. And also, like, we're all on this thing together. So, like, I'm going to do what I need to do to be comfortable. And, especially if, like, if it's a future. Like, I get it. Like I was saying, if people are just, like, clearly invading your space or, like, their backpacks getting in your way or, like, their jacket, they take it off and it's, like, hanging over your seat. Okay, that's getting into your personal space. But, like, if somebody's reclining their seat, that's fully within their rights and what they paid for on the plane. So
100%.
I agree. But
all right.
anyways, we've been running this thing for like what, an hour 30 now?
Hour 12, but close.
It's like 5 a.m. over on Gabe's side.
Almost. It's like literally like 2:30.
Well, anyways, we appreciate you tuning in for this very interesting episode. We'll see how it turns out. I think we
might throw it out. I don't know what we really talked about.
I think we had some good topics. I think we had some fun. And if you want to see more episodes like this, let us know. And also, if you are listening and you made it this far through, we appreciate you, man. Truly. Like, it means a lot that you're coming in and tuning in to us talk our whatever it is we talk about. You don't have to be spending this time with us. You could be spending it elsewhere or listening to a different podcast. But we appreciate you choosing us and sticking around with us. So if you're a real follower, we appreciate you. And
make sure to let us know. Do you recline or do you not?
Yeah, let us know.
Are we right or are we wrong?
Make sure to follow us, subscribe, like, share, do all that stuff. And
make sure to leave a review. Make sure to leave a comment. Make sure to share and tell your friends. Like, all that stuff really helps us out. You have no idea, and we really appreciate it. If you forgot, because if you don't know, because I don't know if we've been really doing it, but my name's Gabriel.
I'm Tyler.
And we are
the Catchin
Up Podcast.
Cup.
AKA.
Or you could say cup. Just as easy as that.
We are the Cup. And if you want merch,
we are the
let
Cup.
us know.
All right, y'all. We'll catch you in the next one.
Peace.